Yes, it's even cold in Florida. I have to stay inside. I can't do my video outside today. But glad you're with me. Welcome to your morning cup of inspiration. Thanks for joining me. So how many of you set resolutions this year? No, nobody. Hey, you hear less and less about those, don't you? I don't do them anymore. You know why? Because a resolution is like a promise. And once you break a promise, you broke the resolution, what do? You got to be perfect to keep a resolution. But if you're trying to make progress, you can set goals. And today I want to talk a little bit about goals as we're coming into the new year. Don't set your sight on perfection. Set your sight on progress. Goals can help you make progress. And I want to mention 4 things as you're setting your goals, talking to the Lord about what He wants you to do this year. Do these 4 things. Number 1, be specific. Don't just say, I'm going to start exercising more. Say, I'm going to go to the gym 3 times a day and I'm going to do cardio for 30 minutes. Do something very specific that you can be for sure that you're doing what you were planning to do. Second thing is make it challenging. You've got to have the self-satisfaction of knowing that you're doing something that will feel good, not something that you could probably do with your eyes closed. I mean, you could say, I want to be more spiritual, so I'm going to try to go to church every Sunday. Well, if you were going 3 Sundays out of 4 anyhow, that's not a big stretch to go 4. But what if you said, I'm going to read my Bible every morning? That might be a little more challenging for you. Do something that will stretch you. Third thing, write it down. I read a statistic that said 42%, you have a 42% better chance of accomplishing something if you'll write it down. Now, I don't know where the 42% came from. As we all know, 78% of all statistics are made up on the spot. So, okay, I made that up on the spot. But you get my point. If you write it down, there's a much better chance you're going to review it, look at it, and accomplish it. And the final thing, which I think is the most important, is make your goal measurable. You have to hold yourself accountable by being able to measure that. If I wanted to lose 20 pounds this year and started doing whatever I could diet-wise and exercise-wise, and I'm not going to go, I'm feeling pretty light today. It must be working. Or if the pants are getting a little looser, then that's a good sign. But how do you know when you lose 20 pounds? The scale tells the story. You've got to get on the scale to measure. Now, what about your spiritual life? How are you going to measure that? You need to, and we all want to this year, go deeper with the Lord on a spiritual level. So how are you going to measure that? You need to determine ways that you can measure that. One of them may be you have a greater sense of the presence of the Lord than you did before. That's a good measurement. You might have a greater peace in your life and in your heart for the path that you're walking. And that's a good measurement. So think about what it would take for you. There could be fruit in your life that's evident by doing the things the Lord's asked you to do. And that's the ultimate measurement in our spiritual walk. So can you join me today? I've gotten a little long, but I want you to set some goals for the year. Be specific, make them challenging, write them down, make them measurable, and don't seek perfection, but look for progress this year. God bless. Thanks for joining me for that morning cup of inspiration, and we'll see you next time.